I never thought the day would come when the woman I married, the woman I trusted more than anyone else, would go behind my back and try to sell the one thing I poured my entire soul into, my car collection. This isn't just about cars, this is about betrayal, this is about trust. And this is about how far greed can push someone, even the person you thought would never hurt you. I've loved cars since I was a kid. While other kids were asking for toys, I was sketching Ferraris and Lamborghinis on the back of my school notebooks. That I worked my way up from nothing, late nights, double shifts, sleepless weeks, and after years of sacrifice I finally built something I could call my pride. A car collection worth millions. That we're talking rare classics, vintage muscle cars, hypercars you only see in magazines. Each one wasn't just metal and wheels to me, they were memories, milestones, victories, and of course my wife knew this. She had seen me polish those cars late into the night, seen the smile on my face. Every time I turned the key she knew, those cars weren't just cars, they were a part of me. But then, things changed at first. It was small. She started making little comments. Do you really need so many cars? Wouldn't it be better if we just had one or two nice ones? Think of all the money just sitting in the garage. I brushed it off. People don't understand passion. And I thought, maybe she just didn't get it, but I should have seen it coming, because behind those questions was a plan. One evening I came home earlier than usual. The house was quiet, too quiet that I walked past the living room, and that's when I heard it, her voice on the phone. Whispering. That I stopped in my tracks. She was saying words I'll never forget. Yes, the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, and the Aston Martin. He's out for the weekend. You can come check them out tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll handle the paperwork. He doesn't need to know. My blood ran cold. That I stepped closer. She hadn't noticed me yet, and then she said the line that shattered me. I'll tell him I found a buyer through a broker. He'll never know the price. We can split the money. Split the money. My wife.my partner was planning to sell my cars, behind my back, and pocket the cash. For a moment I couldn't move. That I felt like the ground had just disappeared under my feet. But then, a calmness came over me, not anger, not shouting, just ice, because I realized something. That if she could betray me like this once, what else could she do? And if I confronted her too soon, she'd just deny it. No. I had to catch her. Red-handed. So I played along. I walked into the room like I had just gotten home. She hung up the phone instantly, smiling, acting like nothing was wrong. I smiled back. I even kissed her on the forehead. Inside I was burning, but on the outside, I was calm. The next day I made sure to leave for work early, but in reality, I parked my car down the street and waited, and sure enough, 2 hours later, a black SUV pulled into the driveway. Out stepped two men in suits, briefcases in hand, car dealers, buyers, sharks. They walked straight to the garage where my wife was waiting. From where I was hiding, I could hear every word. She opened the garage with a big smile, waving her hand like a salesman on a showroom floor. This one's the Ferrari. He's barely driven it. You won't find a cleaner one on the market. And this one, this Aston Martin? A collector's dream. Trust me, you'll never get another chance like this. She wasn't just selling my cars, she was selling my soul. The buyers started circling my cars, inspecting them, murmuring about prices, and that's when I decided, enough was enough. I walked up the driveway, slow, calm, deadly calm. The look on her face when she saw me, priceless. She froze, the buyers froze, and I just smiled. Funny, I said, I didn't know we were having a garage sale today. Her face went pale. The buyers looked at each other, confused, and that's when I pulled out my phone, already recording. You were saying something about splitting the money? Go on. Finish your pitch. I'd love to hear it. She stammered. I was trying to surprise you. Surprise me? By selling my cars? For cash? I looked at the buyers. Gentlemen, I don't know what she promised you, but none of these cars are for sale. And if you don't leave my property right now, I'll make sure you never work in this city again. They didn't argue, they just left. The moment they were gone, I turned back to her. She started crying, begging, saying it was a mistake, saying she didn't mean it, but the truth was already out. She had planned it, she had lied, she had betrayed me, and in that moment, I knew things would never be the same again. Now, people ask me, what did you do next? Did you divorce her? Did you forgive her? Here's what I'll tell you. I gave her a choice, either she leaves or the police get involved, because this wasn't just betrayal, this was theft, fraud. A crime. She left that night. No explanations, no arguments, just packed her bags and disappeared. Do I miss her? Sometimes. But every time I walk into my garage, and I see my cars sitting there, untouched, waiting for me, I remember why I chose them over her, because love without trust is nothing, and trust once broken can never be rebuilt. So here's my message to anyone listening. Protect what you love. Because sometimes the biggest threat isn't outside your home, it's the person standing right next to you. If you made it this far, smash that like button so more people hear this story. Tell me in the comments, would you forgive someone who betrayed you like this? And don't forget to subscribe for more shocking real-life stories.